Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, Hogwarts Legacy is on PS4 and Xbox One, and soon to be coming on Nintendo Switch. Now, as soon as you get into the game, I always like to go ahead and mess with the settings myself, and I'm going to show you the best settings for PS4, which most likely they should be the same settings for Xbox, because I don't think there's much difference in the menus. But if there is, let me know down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure they're probably both equal. So what you need to do is go ahead and pull up your settings. Once you're in your settings, now these are ones I'm going to kind of just go down the list and try to make them simple for you. Let's go ahead and look at display. Now display, I usually always turn off motion blur. I usually always turn off depth of field, and I usually turn off field grain. That is just a preference, but I always like just kind of more of a clean screen, and depth of field looks cool, but it just depends. If you're in fights and stuff like that, I don't know, just play with it if you want to. But I always usually just turn those off. Those are just a preference. Now, when it comes to sound, there's not much to change here. Now, the only thing I do is I usually turn off subtitles because I like just kind of a clean screen. And honestly, too, when I'm capturing video footage and stuff, I don't like the subtitles at the bottom. Again, it's just a preference. And then, of course, like audio configuration, it depends on how you have your sound set up, though. So that's just subjective, depending on what you got going on. Now, let's go ahead and go to gameplay options. Now, of course, you got your difficulty, you got your controller. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you, and I'll go in depth in another video, is camera relative targeting. Now, you could try this and just see how it works for you. This is if you turn it on, it just focuses on, you know, wherever you're facing towards if you're fighting enemies. If you turn it off, you'll actually lock on to enemies that are off screen, so you kind of won't get shot in the back and stuff. Like I said, I won't bore you with that. Try that out, see if you like it though, but that's why I have that turned off. Now, these settings is what I used on the PS5 when I played it, and it worked great. Now, this is for basically when you're spinning around the camera stuff in the game. So motion sensor functionality sensitivity, I have it set at 1.37. Camera sensitivity, I have it all the way to the right. Aiming sensitivity, I got it at 1.24. Camera acceleration, I got it all the way to the left. I bottomed out that way. Aiming acceleration, I have this set at 1. Now, follow camera speed, I got it set at 1.2. That's kind of the top area you want with that. If you do a little bit more than that, it gets kind of really crazy and it'll kind of be all over the place. So you may not even want to have it as high as I do, but that's what I got it. Kind of play around with it. Worst case scenario, you can reset it to defaults. And then when it comes to controller options, again, this is just how you like to do it. If you play claws stuff, that's more so for Call of Duty type stuff, probably not story mode games, but you may just be stuck in that way. So you're going to rearrange your buttons and stuff here. Let's go down to this next one here, accessibility options. Now, when it comes to this, there's not much here to change other than just preferences. There's nothing that's going to change the gameplay too much. You know, just toggling the aim mode, different things like that. Stuff you kind of just play around with. Mini map transparency. It's all preference for the most part here. Now, the only thing I understand is where they added in here the arachnophobia mode. Swap out spider enemies with less frightening variants. This does not affect gameplay or difficulty. So that's going along with the story stuff, so I won't spoil anything there, but you can turn that on. That is something they said they just added. I haven't got to try it yet though, but that option is there to try to make the spiders less frightening. And then let's go to the very last one here, interface. Pretty much I leave all this stuff on because the side quests, this game's amazing. There's so much stuff to do outside of the story mode. Now, the one thing I would tell you to do, since the game doesn't have a photo mode, at least not yet, they may give us one later. If you want to get some really cool, clean pictures, go ahead and turn all these off. It might be a little bit of a headache, but it is definitely worth it if you want to get some really cool photos, because it'll turn everything in the HUD off though. So just wanted to share those options with you guys. It'll definitely help out your camera speed and stuff. I've already played this game probably about I would say probably at least about an hour, and it is performing well on PS4. So I'm definitely not surprised, just because the game is really, really well made. But the thing is, I'm just really just hyped up for the fact of it's running so well on PS4. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy Hogwarts Legacy, the ones that are just now getting in to play with it. And I'm going to be doing another playthrough now, since I do, of course, have it on PS4 as well. I'm going to go with Hufflepuff. The first one I was with Slytherin. So Anyway, guys, don't want to bore you anymore. Just want to try to make the videos short and sweet a little bit and explain stuff. So if you do want to stay up to date with anything Hogwarts Legacy, I've got playlists on this channel, tips and tricks to make gold, different things and stuff to rank up fast. Make sure to check those out. Hit the sub button and bell notification if you want to stay up with anything else. I'll be having more videos come out for Hogwarts Legacy. But as always, guys, I'll catch you next time in the next video.